Hello YouTube, welcome back guys to another video here on the channel. Today's going to be more of a discussion type video because once again the wind is just absolutely horrible and I can't do much outside as far as recording because you can't hear the mic anyway. There's too much wind noise. So anyway, what I thought I'd talk about a little bit today is dependence on fire. Now, fire has its place when you're in a camp. However, I don't like to have a fire at night because if you have a fire at night, especially if you're alone, if you're just one guy and it's just you on an overnighter, like it is with me, you're commonly going to have to be up stoking that fire, and that's going to disrupt your sleep. Okay? I roll out of my sleeping bag, maybe it's bitter cold, you know, temperatures down into the teens or even lower, and I stoke my fire. That air hits me, gets me good and cold, get up, maybe go to the bathroom, whatever, build the fire back up, and by the time I get back to my rack, do you think I'm going back to sleep immediately? No, it's not happening. I'll be lucky to be able to get back to sleep at all after having to spend that much time out into the cold and rebuild my fire. Now, a fire does have its place overnight. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it doesn't. But what I'm telling you is this. A fire has primarily, in a camp situation, three purposes, okay? You need it for heat, you need it for light, or you need it for security, okay? Those are the three purposes. Now, myself, I know my area. I know it really well. I don't have large predators for the most part to mess with here. We do still have a mountain lion about, but he's only one, and he should be coming of age now. He was a juvenile last I seen him, but he'll be older now. Coyotes, you know, pupping season, and yet pups won't be born until April. And when they are rearing pups, coyotes become more aggressive. That's more of a problem when you are walking out in the woods and you walk up on a den. The males can get kind of aggressive. But long and short of it is I don't have large predators here that a fire is going to help protect me from. Now, if you live in bear country, mountain lion country, wolf country, things like that, yes, having a fire at night can deter large predators. I don't have that issue, so I don't need a fire for that. Gear. Okay. If I'm sleeping out overnight, I go out of my way to ensure that the gear that I have with me is enough to get me through the night. Plenty warm enough and stuff like that. So overnight, I don't need a fire for heat either because I'm going to depend on my gear. Now, something can always happen where I need to go to my fire. For instance, would be like this. I will build a fire, but not light it, and I will cover it. So if rain comes in or if a storm comes in, especially if I'm sleeping up under a tarp and set like a plow point configuration, something of that nature, and I wake up in the middle of the night and a gust front has come through and a storm hits and I don't know it's coming, I don't have time to take my stuff down, and my rain fly, my tarp, whatever I'm sleeping under gets shredded and rain comes in on me and I get soaked, I can walk right over to my fire. I can uncover that fire and light that sucker, and I can start warming myself up and drying myself off, okay? I always have one prepared, but I don't light it. So we talked about large predators. We've talked about heat because of having adequate gear to begin with, so you don't need to warm yourself by the fire. And now we're talking about light. And if you're green, if you've not spent a lot of time out in the field, that's one that can get you, okay? A lot of us, and you know, not talking down on anybody, it can be kind of creepy, but a lot of us, when at the end of the day, we're sleeping in a very unfamiliar environment. We're used to 4 solid walls, a bedroom door, you know, security. But when you sleep out, you feel very insecure. So for a lot of people, that fire is nothing but a night light, okay? Again, If you're up stoking a fire because you feel better about not laying there in the pitch black dark listening to noises that you're not sure what's what, you know, a fire can be very comforting. However, it would behoove you to graduate yourself past that point and to learn to be comfortable in your environment without a nightlight, okay? So you don't need it for cooking. You're not cooking. You don't need it for security. There are no large predators in my area. You don't need it for heat because you don't, you know, you're using your gear to keep you warm, and you don't need a nightlight, so you're not going to have a fire going all night. What that's going to allow you to do is that's going to allow you to get the best night's sleep you can possibly get in the woods. If you're not up constantly jacking with that fire, you've got really good shot at getting a decent night's sleep. And that's important because the next day, you're going to feel like crap. You're going to be low energy. You're going to lack concentration and focus. And those things, if you're out in the woods, those things can be very costly, okay? Accidents happen that way. Misidentifying plants and possibly poisoning yourself can happen because of lack of sleep. Sleep is extremely important. So, familiarize yourself with the area that you're going to be in. And baby steps, you know, graduate yourself away from needing that fire overnight. Not only is it going to keep you up, but it can also be very dangerous. One ember, okay, one spark, and your camp can go up. If you're laying on the ground on a polyester sleeping bag, you know, one ember will set you on fire. You can have third-degree burns before you can get out of your bag, and it can go real bad, guys. So you got to get yourself away. I suggest it anyway. Get yourself away from needing a fire at night. Seemed like there was something else I was going to talk about with you a little bit. I can't remember right off the top of my head what it was. But that's the long and short of it, okay? When I was a kid, we didn't have fires at night, okay? Never. We would have a fire up until we bed down. But if you read bushcraft magazines and if you watch movies or if you watch TV shows or documentaries or anything like that, all these old timers like Nesmith and all of them, you know, they talk about banking their fire at night, okay? They didn't have a fire burn all night unless it was essential that they had to do so. They did not have a fire at night. You would bank your fire and then you would reignite it in the morning. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Like I said, I'd love to be out doing something outside on video for you guys. I've partially started enclosing the bushcraft shelter out there to make it a little more snow-proof and blowing snow and such as that. And I will get some stuff up to you on the channel about that and what I've got done and what I have yet to do and everything. But as I said, today is just way too windy. Okay, thank you very, very much for watching, guys. Don't forget, if you haven't yet and you'd like to, you can reach down there and hit that subscription button and subscribe to the channel. If you want to be notified when I upload future videos, reach over there, ding that notification bell, and select all notifications. Questions, comments, down there, that's what they're for. Okay, that comment section, feel free to use it, guys. I thank you guys very, very much for your views and for your support. And I will get another video out to you as soon as this weather calms down, man. It's just crazy. Gotta love it. See y'all in the next one.